What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Young Dub coming at y'all with another video here, man. This video's different. If you've been around for a while, let's say close to 4 years, back in 2019, I did, I'm gonna say this. I became a victim of the hype. I bought an Orion 3000 SPLX amp, HCCA SPLX amp. I installed that amp. If you don't know the story, I'll probably put some shots in the video here, but I installed that amp on a Saturday. There was a car show. Damn, I can't remember. I would know it was a car show going on. I think that might have been after it exploded, man. But nevertheless, I installed that amp on a Saturday. Didn't go ham on it. Did do some full tilt, kind of roller coaster, kind of full tilt back and forth. If I'm out about in no settings on the weekends, yes, I'm full tilt. But during the weekdays, things like that, especially my headed to work, bass knob is probably on 2. So I don't go crazy like that unless I'm in the proper setting or whatever, man. So nevertheless, I installed that amp on a Saturday. The following Tuesday, so it was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I keep saying 5 days, but I'm gonna look at it as 4 days. That Tuesday, I got off of work and hopped in my car. Now, granted, that Tuesday, because I remember it like yesterday, it was raining buckets, like for real buckets. I'm a truck driver. I get back to base and I go to my car and I start it up and doom, 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 doom. I'm like, what the heck was that? So obviously the mids and highs are playing. I have no bass. So I go to the back and I'm like, what the heck's going on? The amp, I had a Chevy Malibu. That's the whole Dub Mally thing. I had the amp. The rear seats were folded down. I had the amp sitting on those because I didn't want to have it on the box or anything like that. So I looked to the back. I'm like, what the heck's going on? I hurry up, run to the back of my car. I'm thinking, did some water get on it? There's no water. No water with inside the car. Not at all. I'm like, okay, I smell something, so let me check the trunk. Open the trunk, same thing. No water, nothing's in there, man. Everything was still fine. It was, if I remember correctly, I think that car was a 2011. So it wasn't, older to have like all the weather stripping and all that stuff to the point where it's worn out or anything like that. And once again, the amp was sitting inside the car. Windows are up. I don't give a gosh darn how hot it's going to be around here in the summertime. It can get over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, but regardless of all that, I know what kind of stuff I got inside the car. I keep the windows rolled up, so inside the car was completely dry, no condensation or anything like that on the amp. But once again, I got that smell like, something's on fire. Checked the trunk, everything was fine. I'm like, okay, God forbid, man, let me go look at my amp, see what the heck's going on. Wires are fine, all of that. The freaking amp was on fire. Not to the point to where, at least visibly, from what I've seen, I didn't see any sparks or flames or anything like that coming out. But once again, I'll just go ahead and include the picture of the damage that was done, man. So at that time, I said, I will never again in life touch another Orion amp. I'm going to touch one, but I'm not keeping it. So y'all take a look at this amp, man. This is a Facebook Marketplace deal. Let me know what y'all think of it. It is cosmetically banged up a little bit. I'm not gonna say banged up. I'm just saying it's scratches or scuffs to the point there's like I'll show y'all, but there's some paint missing on it. But let's just go ahead and take a look at it. Orion HCCA 5K. Let's take a look. All right, folks. So yes. Once again, this is a Facebook Marketplace type of activity, type of deal, whichever way you want to look at it. I'll say type of activity because once again, man, I am no longer a fan of this company, man. Like I said, I became a victim of the hype with the SPLX amp. Bought that, spent that amount of, and I'm this type of guy. Once I spend a decent amount of money with your company and I can't get in touch with y'all for warranty purposes, I'm out. I'm outie. So I'm going, man. I'm not going to deal with the nonsense, man. But yes, as far as I've been told, most people say if you're going to run Orion, stick with this here. I know they're still making the SPLX amps. Maybe you've had luck with them at that time. I know they were hit and miss. At least that's what the company came out and said. They were kind of hit and miss with the build house that were putting them out, and regardless if you knew that, why the heck, where were you guys at during the warranty process, man? But nevertheless, that was my experience. I'm certain somebody's going to say they had a different experience with the company, and I tend to believe them. Even y'all see all that hype around here. I'll say, hey, this company's treated me well. I'll make that video. Somebody says, hey, they treated me like ish. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, man. But nevertheless, we do have an Orion HCCA 5K, man, 5000.1. Yes, they got 10,000 watts down there, whatever. So once again, got this on trade. They come with these black end caps, plastic end caps. I don't know why they do that, but they do have them. I don't have them. Even when I had my 3000, my 3K SPLX, I didn't use those end caps because I didn't care for them, man. But let's get into it. So, as I said, she does have some scratches on her. Hopefully y'all can see this area here. Scratched to the point to where the paint is missing. And I'm going to try to grab her, man. She is not light. That is a big girl. She's not light whatsoever, man. But there's also a scratch right here where the end cap would be. So if somebody was going to buy this, the main thing I would say is, you know, maybe take a shot on getting the end cap for them. And she does have some scuffs up here and whatnot. Yeah, right along here and one here, man. But at the end of the day, she's a 5,000 watt amp. If you're one of those guys like, hey, I need her perfect, I understand that. But as far as getting a used amp, things aren't always going to be perfect. As a matter of fact, I got her lifted up. Like I said, man, this joker's heavy. Take a look at this side here. You have your power and protection. You have your Tiffany style RCAs, your level, subsonic, the bass boost. We never use that, at least around here we don't. Your low pass filter, your phase, and your slave master remote. Well, the remote's here, and this is for the data link, so you could just link these. I don't like to do slave and master. I like to just say, hey, the amps are linkable, but whatever. And I guess she does have a scratch down there. I didn't see that. But most people aren't going to trip on that because, I mean, unless you're going to mount this upside down, which I don't know why you would, because it's not like plexiglass or anything like that. And let's see. Birth date on this amp was January of 2017, man. So she's definitely served her time, and she's still kicking. And let's get her flipped around here. Like I said, this thing is not light by any means necessary. But, so over here you have, oh, okay, so I do like the way they separated this. This connection here is ground. All of this is your power, your remote, and your speaker outs. So I'll give them props on that. Now, if I was looking for a 5,000 watt amp, it would be hard for me not to run this. I'm not gonna lie about that. If I didn't have those two Wolfram 9Ks, it would be extremely hard for me not to run this, man. I got another guy here locally is trying to get me to run an Assault 12K, man. I'm sorry, I've seen too much or too many videos on right here on YouTube where guys are popping those things. So I'm like, hey, I'm good on that. We also got some more scuffs down here, man. So it's not cosmetically the soundest amp. I don't know what y'all would rate that out of a 10. I've been telling people 4 out of 10. I think I'm a maybe bump it up to a 5.5 to 6 out of 10. Once again, it's not perfect, but at the end of the day, if you're going to put in your trunk, or even in my situation, you're going to put in a truck, you can still mount it up and be like, hey, this is good to go. Or now, me, if that was going to bother me that much, I would probably, for this one, the scratch up here, I would probably get the end caps and run them. This scratch down here, I've done it before. Don't judge me. But I had some 22-inch rims years ago on had a black Malibu at that time. And anytime that I hit a pothole or scuffed the rims up, I would go to Walgreens, and they had this mixture, like this black metallic mixture nail polish. And I would just go, you know, swipe down there with the brush and tighten that spot up. And when I rolled down the street, even if you was up close to the car, you didn't see that scratch, man. So if that bothered me that much, I probably would go along that. Me personally, probably wouldn't bother me that much though, man. But all right, folks, I was trying to grab the camera here, and then I had a little incident where it kind of just failed. But I guess I'll do this as far as getting a close-up on the amp. so you guys can make your own determination. And the reason why I'm doing this video, kind of asking you guys, I really need somebody to answer the question for me. What would you rate this amp cosmetically, man? Not going to talk down on the person I got it from because he's a good friend of mine. Just didn't mount it correctly or properly, or whichever way you want to look at it. So yeah, she's, and it was in a work vehicle, so I understand there was some like tools and whatnot up against it. So that's supposedly how she got the scratches on it. But I did hook it up, works perfectly fine. So two things. Let me know what y'all think about this. How would you rate it cosmetically? I said the most major scratches is down there, and the other most major scratch is that one right there. Not really worried about the mounting feet. That's kind of a normal thing no matter which amp you're utilizing. But two things. Let me know what y'all would rate this Joker cosmetically, and what is your experience with Orion, specifically the HCCA lineup. I guess the XER, you can say that one too, and then also the SPLX, man. So y'all know the deal. It's your boy Audi 5000 Hertz. Any questions, comments, concerns, get at me, man. I'll try to get back to everybody. I'm Audi. Give me the thumbs. I got the camera in my hand. Give me the thumbs up. Once again, let me know what you think about these amps, man. I'm Audi. Y'all have a good one.